Hey everyone, come on into our supply closet and I'm going to tell you everything about the supplies that we use and what you need and what you don't need. Come on in. Okay, the two products that you have to have, must-haves, are Revanesse Versa and Revanesse Lips. If you want to simplify things, just carry this or this because it's a prettier box. It's the exact same product, the exact same HA concentration. This has a smaller needle for lips. This has a larger needle for smile lines. But you can use this product everywhere. You can do cheeks, smile lines, lips, chin, jawline, temples, nose, all over the face. It's reasonably priced. The reps are amazing. They're going to support you and you just can use this everywhere. So just buy this first and get used to it. That is my gift and my trade secret to you. Have to have these. If you're our Galderma client, which means that you use Dysport, you're going to want to have some kind of Restylane product because when you buy Restylane products, they require you to buy 5 SKUs. That means you have to buy Dysport, you have to buy Sculptra, and you have to pick 3 fillers. So I would recommend that you do a Define. It's really pretty in the lips. It's someone who has a little bit bigger lips, and a classic Rusty because it's really, really pretty in the tear troughs and it's really pretty in smaller lips. The third one would probably be the Contour because Contour is mid-face. I don't have any on stock right now. That's a total lie. I actually do have some on stock. So there's our 5. Okay, so when you buy 5 SKUs, then they'll drop the price for you a little bit. And if you like Xeomin, and you should, because if you are a new practice or an established practice, this is a must-have. Do you see how it's not in the fridge? It does not have to be refrigerated because it doesn't have proteins on it. So you can keep all of your product here. You don't have to worry about the temperature. Of course, you don't want it out in the Arizona sun, but you don't have to have it refrigerated. So if you have a power outage, you don't have to worry about losing all of this product, which would just make us all cry, right? So when you buy Xeomin, there are only 2 fillers that this company sells, which makes us all really sad, but it's the truth and it's just how it is. So they only carry Belotero and Radiesse. These are polar opposites. This is heavy, non-reversible. Only use this for the cheeks and the jawline unless you're very, very experienced. Belotero is super fine. It doesn't last very long. It's good for your tear troughs. It's okay for the lines around the lips. Nothing else. These are maybes, but definitely they're not have to have products. Okay, I'm playing around a little bit with Redensity. I don't love it yet. It's been told that it's the best thing for under eyes. I'm not buying it because you know what? It still pulls in fluid. So these are the only things that you should be using under the eyes. And even then you can have some trouble with fluid collecting around the eyes. Trust me, I've been doing them for years and they're always a pain. We're just going to talk about some general supplies that are really helpful. If you look over here, you're going to see boxes and boxes of needles. So I rarely use the needles that come in the boxes. I like to use the 18 gauges. I more just use for drawing up product. I don't use that for injecting, obviously. This is probably my favorite. I go through so many 25 gauge 1.5 inch needles. And the reason why is that it's really nice just to have one poke and then to inject along cheek line, jaw, or gonial angle, but pre-gel sulcus. It's just nice to have one entry point. I go through this all the time. Very rarely do I use those teeny tiny little short needles that come in the boxes, and these are super, super cheap to buy. And then I also do like the 22 gauge needles. I'll use 1.5, I'll use 1 inch. This gets a little bit more into when you're blending products together or you're using Sculptra, but those are also really nice to have. We use tons of the BD syringes. We go through so many of those. Lidocaine. So lidocaine is a big thing. You need to have a compounding pharmacy that you like to work with. We use the one in Wilsonville. They're super nice, but there are so many compounding pharmacies. So just find one that's close to you. What we use is a 21% lidocaine and 9% tetracaine. That's only because when I started, it was near impossible to find a BLT. Septicaine, this is great. So why do we use septicaine instead of lidocaine? This doesn't have epinephrine in it. This does. Per state regulations, as soon as you open this top little cap, you have to throw it away within 28 days. So very few of us are going to go through this entire thing in 28 days. So that makes a lot of waste. These little guys, They're tiny and you're going to easily go through one of those in 20 days. I use these for mucosal blocks for lips. If I'm adding any lidocaine to filler, I use it to numb my injection sites or my port sites for my cannulas. Lidocaine to have because they're so tiny and they're really cheap. We go through tons and tons and tons of arnica. If you're a kind person, you're putting arnica on someone's lips after you're injecting them. It's nice and cool. It's very soothing. We also hand out Aquaphor to everybody. It's going to cost you a couple dollars. That's just a cost that we absorb, and I'd recommend that you do that as well. We clean faces with just a very inexpensive microcellular water. You do not need anything fancy to clean makeup off. Of course, we have all of our skincare. Let me know what you guys want to know about skincare. I don't like to carry 5 or 6 or 7 different brands. You're going to find that you're going to put a ton of money into skincare, and skincare, regardless of how much you know it's going to help your patient's skin and that they're going to love it, it is actually really, really time consuming and really hard to sell medical grade skincare. I think it's important to have, but maybe you start with just a couple products.
Pink gloves.
Pink gloves. You know, Scott orders all of our products and he tries to get away with disgusting brown gloves every once in a while, and then we reprimand him and tell him that we need to have pink gloves. If you're a weight loss provider, you can see that we provide our clients with little tiny Sharps boxes and recommended vitamins, but that's something different. I would love to know if you guys want me to do a training on weight loss. We love it. We've been doing it for over a year. It's actually really fun and great to help people lose weight. If you're someone who does PRF, this is a huge, huge, huge money saver. So Shelby, who owns Ruma Aesthetics, found these that don't clot. And if you want to collect PRF, but you don't want to pay $80 for every single kit that they sell you, you can make your own kit. So you're going to see our cannulas, which are right here. We have tons of cannulas. You can buy your own cannulas, but you can basically, for $10 or $15, put together a PRF kit that would cost you $80. So this is just our codes for our semaglutide, because we do offer that and we have to keep that all refrigerated. Oh, we have our ice cold masks in here because we do have microneedling and IPL. Those are to die for. So in our fridge, primarily, we have our syringes for our weight loss. We have our Hylenex. We have some vitamin B. We have some probiotics. But look at our Dysport, you guys. This is where you'll see the difference between how much Dysport we carry. Okay. Let's see how much we have in here. Oh wow, 2 whole boxes, and we have a little bit back here. I like Jeuveau. It has a really fast onset, but it also kind of softens around 8 weeks. I feel like it starts to lose the hold, and almost gone by 12 weeks, except for a few people. Megan, our front desk extraordinaire, loves Jeuveau, and so does Kristen. But for most of our clients, I find that it doesn't have consistent longevity, so it's okay. But you'll notice if you look at our Xeomin, how much we have Xeomin stock compared to what we carry for Dysport and Jeuveau. You know, Morpheus tips, happy to talk to people about radio frequency microneedling. We do Pronox, which is nitrous oxide, and that comes through a local supplier, and you do have to buy your gas separate, so I can talk about that. Obviously, everyone's gonna have tons of brochures. We use some of them, but what do you think, Megan? I mean, most of our brochures end up collecting dust and moving from one cabinet to another cabinet to another cabinet to the trash. To be honest, I think that's it. So, you know, keep things simple. I think that's the most important thing. It's easy when you're starting out to want to talk to all the drug reps and buy a little bit of this and a little bit of that. The problem is every rep is going to negotiate with you, but they're always going to give you a better price the more you buy. So I would say if you're just starting out, just carry Xeomin and only carry that and get the best price you can. Put all your money in one neurotoxin, and then just buy Revanesse. Buy one filler because it does so well in so many different places, and just get to know that and Scott's gonna kill me. And ignore the rest, honestly.